Oulton Park, Vauxhall had claimed their first pole position of the season via John Cleland. But Joe Winkelhock, the winner at Donington, had gone well enough on his first ever visit to Oulton Park to join him on the front row. Just 6/100ths of a second separated them. An eager, competitive lineup for round 5. But seconds later on the warm-up lap, Rob Gravitt's hopes in the Peugeot are prematurely ended.
Something's broken on the car. Drive shaft or something snapped. No drive at all on the car.
So the warm-up lap completed, minus Rob Gravitt, and also minus Julian Bailey, who sprints for the pits in his misfiring Toyota.
Two Vauxhalls and two BMWs on the front 2 rows of the grid, followed by Will Hoy's Toyota, Patrick Watts' Mazda and Keith O'Dore's Nissan. Empty spaces where Julian Bailey and Rob Gravitt should have been. Ian Flux's Peugeot, Alan Manu's Renault, David Leslie's Vauxhall and the rest of the 22 starters line up to attack 18 laps of Oulton Park's picturesque 2.8-mile circuit. And it's a rocket start by Winkelhock. Into the lead at Old Hall Corner. Soper past Cleland to second position. In car with Allen now. He's in 5th place. That's Will Hoy ahead. And Hoy is attacking Cleland into Cascades. This is Cascades. Cleland on the right. Hoy on the left. Cleland's held the pace. Now we're looking back at Hoy's Toyota Carina from Cleland's Vauxhall. Island Bend, they're doing about 130 miles an hour around the left-hander here as they go up to the right-hand hairpin at Shell. We're in car with O'Dore now, chasing Watts' Mazda. Out of Shell corner, second gear, 50 miles an hour, then they accelerate away, back again with Allen, 5th position. Down to Fulston's, the second gear, 60 mile an hour chicane, and Hoy clips the curve. Now they're on their way to Knickerbrook. There's the rest of the field streaming through. Soper, second position, 135 miles an hour to Knickerbrook. Down into second gear. Winkelhock leads, Soper second, Cleland is in 3rd position. Will Hoy is in 4th position in the Toyota, the blue car, and he's gone off onto the grass. Allen is going to pass him. We're with Allen. He's passed Hoy up into 4th position. Up Clay Hill into Druids. Here's the leader, Winkelhock. Now we're in O'Dore's Nissan. He's pressing Watts and Hoy ahead of him. There's the Mazda, and Hoy's gone off. Hoy's gone off at Lodge, and O'Dore is attacking Watts. He's going to take 6th position as they come up to Lodge. He's done it, and that's the end of Will Hoy's bank holiday drive in the country. End of the lap. Winkelhock leads. He won at Donington. Soper, Cleland, Allen, O'Dore, Watts. Back with Leslie, 7th place. Alan Menu ahead in the yellow Renault. And Leslie's trying to dive through on the inside as they go down towards Cascades. He's done it, but somewhere on the left there is Alan Menu as they come down to Cascades. Into the left hand, and there's Menu. He's going through on the inside. So the Renault ahead of the Vauxhall. We're back again with David Leslie. Coming up to the second gear, right-hander at Shell, the hairpin. With Leslie. Menu keeping ahead. Into Shell. Out of Shell. With Leslie. And Patrick Watts is out. There's the Mazda on the right. Patrick Watts slowing up. They're coming into Fulston's. Number 14, Ian Flux. Now, watch David Leslie change those gears in quick time. 4th. 5th. 6th. Now down. 5th. 4th. 3rd. 2nd. And into and out of Knickerbrook. Up Clay Hill. Now here's a replay. Look in the top right corner and see what happened to Will Hoy when he went off. There's the Toyota across the grass, into the barrier. It rolls over, and Will Hoy is out. That's it for today. And here's a 7-car train fighting for 6th. Flux, Menu and Leslie up ahead. Back again with Leslie. 8th place. Alan Menu's Renault ahead. The patient development is paying off as they go through at the end of the lap. Down into Old Hall corner, third gear. Leslie on the inside, Menu on the outside. And Leslie's got ahead of the Renault again as they go down the Cascades. Is Menu going to attack as he did before? Indeed he is. He's going through. That's Cascades. And Alan Menu in the Renault retakes the place from David Leslie. And there's a spin. That is Ian Carn's Vauxhall. He is out of the race. And so is Patrick Watts' Mazda. What a pity. But the battle continues at Shell. Flux, Menu, Leslie, O'Brien. They'll all want it now that they've seen it working. Out of Knickerbrook and behind Leslie, it's O'Brien, Harvey, Needell, Matthew Neal. Up Clay Hill. Eugene O'Brien goes by. David Leslie's got a problem. He's slowing down. There's Harvey. There's Tiff Needell. And there is Matthew Neal in the BMW. So David Leslie is out of the race. And meantime, up at the front, it's Winkelhock and Soper, Cleland and Allam. 2 BMWs, 2 Vauxhalls. We're with Soper. And it looks like Winkelhock got a jump on Steve. 22 points between them in the championship. But the gap is going to close if Winkelhock wins. With Soper into Deer Leap, 6th gear, 120 miles an hour. 3 seconds separate the first 4 into Old Hall. Winkelhock is leading. It's his first race at Oulton. He says it reminds him of the famous Nürburgring in Germany, and he loves it. Cascades. The BMW, the yellow helmet of Winkelhock. Behind him, Steve Soper. Behind him, Cleland. Behind him, Allam. And we're with Allam now. The Vauxhalls are right in there today. Island Bend. Cleland goes past Soper to second position. The Vauxhall ahead of the BMW. We're with Soper into Shell. Second gear. Now, can John Cleland get away? He's got ahead of Steve Soper, and that took a lot of doing. Soper down to third. We're with him. Allam is in fourth position. Great racing. Now, looking back at Soper, and all this is helping Winkelhock because Cleland, Soper and Allam are getting in each other's way. Into Knickerbrook. Cleland, number 3 in the Vauxhall. Second. 6 is Steve Soper. And there he is. He's won 2 out of 4 races this year, so he is the man to beat. Up Clay Hill, into the right-hander at Druids. And here it is. Cleland from Peebles, Soper from Monaco, Allam from Lee in Surrey. Down to Lodge, the right-hander, almost at the end of the lap. There is John Cleland. Behind him is Soper. BMW. We're with Soper again. That's John Cleland ahead as we dive into Deer Leap at 120 miles an hour. Round the left-hander, completing the lap down to Old Hall corner. And Winkelhock is now 3 seconds ahead of the battle for second place, and there's nothing in it. Jeff Allam, 4th place, Vauxhall, down to Cascades. Jeff Allam won twice last year, British champion in 1982, second in the 1,000-kilometre race at Bathurst in Australia in 1990. He knows what he's doing. Up to Ireland. It's still anybody's race for second place, but Winkelhock looks set for a second successive win. Round Island, water on the left, and it's into the long, long hairpin at Shell. Everything stressed to the limit. We're with Allam. Rear-wheel drive BMW's first and third. Front-wheel drive Vauxhall second and fourth. That is Fulston's. Back again with Soper. Over the crest, and then dive down to Knickerbrook at 130 miles an hour. Hard on the brakes to go through the chicane. And at Fulston's, there's no quarter behind. Flux and Menu, O'Brien, Harvey, Needell. And we're with Matthew Neal now, leading the Privateers battle for the non-works drivers, and he's chasing Tiff Needell in the black Nissan Knickerbrook. And Menu goes past Flux into 6th position. So the yellow Renault is 6th. Eugene O'Brien is behind Flux. And Harvey is behind O'Brien. As at Druids, the battle for second comes towards us. Cleland, Soper, Alum. And this is where Cleland went off last year. We're looking back at Soper. There's the BMW. And Cleland has not gone off this year. Down to Lodge, completing the lap.